reporting for TTN HD Production Live here at the Universal City Walk with author David Seuss. David, tell me some of the similarities that you have with Dr. Seuss, the very famous children's book author.
Well, I guess Dr. Seuss is a well-known name, and honestly, I've tried very, very hard not to emulate any of that work that he's done. But at the same time, I would say, you know, as Seuss cousins, we have a specific way of doing things, of drawing and creating stories and things like that. So it just happens to end up coming out in a certain way that is kind of natural for our family to do. And so with that in mind, I guess, you know, it ended up having characters that kind of look similar to that, but they have their own unique look and, you know, type of story involved with those characters.
Great. And your pen name is Mr. Dooley Doo.
Yes.
Who is Dooley Doo?
Dooley Doo was a pen name basically to identify what type of author I am, even though I have a title, Author David Seuss, because I'm using my original name. The pen name came into place basically from a suggestion from a friend of mine. And he's like, you know, you don't have to use Seuss, you can use whatever name you want. And I'm like, okay. And right at that moment, I went home and it dawned on me, you know, my whole life I've been doing these doodles. And so the name Dooley Doo came out as an idea, and I went back to my friend and I said, hey, I go, what do you think about Dooley Doo? He goes, yeah, he goes, that sounds great. So that's how the name got started.
Great.
And about a year later, I started doing some research, and I found out that Dooley Doo actually has a meaning behind it.
What is the definition?
Hopefully I'm correct on this. If I'm wrong, I'll either have one or the other backwards, but I believe Dooley Doo is, the first name actually has something to do with someone who carries the wounded.
Oh.
And then the last name Doo comes from India and has to do with the pigeon.
Oh.
So the name Dooley Doo for me kind of signifies me sending a message to the world about children that have disabilities.
And is that inspired by something in particular, something personal to you?
For me, it's very personal. I have children that have had medical issues, and so as part of my story writing and wanting to put something in there that has meaning or definition in it, I draw basically from personal experience of what my children have gone through and what other children actually go through inside the hospitals. So anyone that has an experience in that in their life definitely causes your life to have certain changes in it, and that's kind of where I get my stories from.
It's interesting because the name Dooley Doo seems so fun, but it actually has a very great meaning.
Yeah, because I have two sides of me. I have a serious side and I have a fun side, a childlike side of me. So you could maybe see a couple of those, the serious and the fun, incorporated together on that. So
wonderful. And you have a feature in development. Can you tell me a bit about that?
We have a few features that are developing, and there's one in particular I can actually talk about, and that's about BB, an animation about a mosquito trapped in a light bulb. And we have our director that's going to be coming out here a little bit later to go more in depth on the actual animation. But we are in pre-production right now, working on that. Basically it's going to be a 3D, so you're talking basically making models based off the characters in 3D, and this year is going to be basically that focus, packaging that together. And that film is supposed to be in production from a company out of Florida, and then eventually go over to Germany.
Wonderful.
So
great. And is there a website where we can check out your work and your upcoming work?
The website is not up yet. We're still working on that part of it. That should be up by this summer.
Okay.
So we're definitely working hard on that. As you know, for websites, you want to make sure all the links and everything work correctly on websites, so that way when someone visits the website, they're not frustrated through the process of that. So.
And for now, do you have a Facebook page or somewhere we can contact you?
I'm on Facebook. I've had a couple of Facebook pages, and then one got hacked, so
oh, no.
I had to delete that, and there was like 3,000 people on there that I tried to warn and say, hey, you know, come over to my new page. And so we started a new one, and we're going through that. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that's experienced issues with social media.
And what's the Facebook URL that we can contact you at?
It's at facebook.com/author David Seuss. Should be easy to find.
Great. Well, thank you so much, David, and best of luck with your upcoming projects.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for TTN HD Production Live.